Good afternoon, grade 7 students. In this video, we're going to talk about our new lesson, the self and non-self. In this video, we're going to determine the function of the immune system, identify what the meaning of the self and the non-self, what the meaning of HLA, and what are the different types of graft. First, we're going to talk about immunology, the immune response, the self and non-self. Here, the princess is with the prince. She feels peace. What should be done? What is the role of an army in the kingdom? What about human? What about the immune system? First of all, immune system, what the meaning of immune system? Immune system هو جهاز المناعة. So immune system, are we living in a safe environment? The big question is, are we living in a safe environment? The answer is no, we are not living in a safe environment. One of the most causes is the coronavirus is one of the causes that says one of the results that say that we are not living in a healthy environment or in a safe. We are living in an environment contaminated, meaning that it's filled with viruses, bacteria, pathogens, and others. So the immune system is the army, is the one that can protect ourselves and protects our body against any microbe, any bacteria, and any virus. So first, what is the immune system? The immune system, here I give it for example, a definition like an army. So it's an army that protects the body against harm around us, like the bacteria, like the viruses, the parasites, and many other harmful substances. So what is the role of the immune system? We said that the immune system is like the army. The role of the immune system is to defend the body, to protect the body against possible invasion, against any attack, against any invasion by bacteria, by viruses, and other harmful substances. So what is immunity? Here we have three definitions. The immune system is the army. What is the role of the immune system to defend our body? What is immunity? Immunity هي المناعة. So it's the body's ability. It's the body's, for example, ability to respond to any foreign attack. So the meaning of foreign, outside the body, outside the country, it's called foreign. So any attack outside the body from bacteria and the, for example, in the air or something else that is foreign to our body, the immunity is the ability to attack it. So what is immunology? Immunology is the term, is the science. Everything that ends with ology, most words that ends with ology is the science. So immunology is the science that studied immunity. So it studies the immune systems, the cells of the immune system, the organs of the immune system, and how it protects the body. It's called the mechanism. So here, the mechanism of the immune system, how does it work? So is the army made up of one single unit? You know that the army, we have airplanes, we have the boats, for example, we have the naval, we have airplanes, and we have the, for example, the land forces. So in the army, we don't have only one unit, as well as in the body. We have cells, we have tissues, and finally, we have organs. So here we have the Lebanese army and the Israeli army. The Israeli army is considered as a foreign. So the Lebanese army will attack them, will kill them because they are foreign from our body. They don't belong to our country. We are Lebanese country. They are Israeli, for example, army, and we are the Lebanese army. So the Israeli army doesn't belong to my country, doesn't belong to Lebanon. So the Lebanese army will attack them. While here we have Lebanese citizens. So these Lebanese citizens, they are belonging to our country, to Lebanon. So the Lebanese army would not attack the Lebanese citizens because they belong to my body. Here we have the French army and the French president. The French president is not attacked by the French army. While the French army, if they attack our country, the Lebanese army will attack them. So What determined whom the army should attack? What determined if the Lebanese army should attack the Lebanese citizens or the Israeli army? What determined this? Here we have the immune system. Would the immune system of Ali attack the lungs of Ali? For example, my lungs. Would the immune system, my immune system, attack my lungs? For sure not. Why? Because these lungs belong to my body. They are the citizens of my body. While if you have Ali and Ahmed, Ali Basma and Ahmed Salah, Ali wants to give Ahmed a lung since Ahmed needs a lung. So this is considered as a grafting or donation. We're going to talk about this in the coming slides. So this will not be accepted. Why? Because it's a foreign from Ahmed's body. It's not accepted. So the immune system defend attacks, citizens or foreigners. As you know that the immune system will defend the citizens, the organs of my body. So my immune system will defend my citizens and it will attack the foreigners. So the immune system will defend the citizens and it will attack any foreigner. So anything outside the body, bacteria, viruses, microbes, small microorganisms, any organs that are outside the body, my immune system will attack them since they are foreigners. غريبين عن جسمي. While the immune system will defend its own citizens, will protect my organs, my lung, my kidney, my pancreas, my liver, my stomach, all of them, my immune system will defend it. So, self and non-self. What the meaning of self? What the meaning of non-self? The self, this is the simple definition of the self. What the meaning of self? All that belongs to my body. For example, my nose is a self. My kidney is a self. My pancreas is a self. My mouth is a self. Everything that belongs to my body, yes, Irene, is called self. While anything that doesn't belong to my body is called a non-self. For example, Ali's pancreas, Ali's kidney is considered non-self with respect to me. Why? Because it doesn't belong to my body. So everything that belongs to my body, we call it self, like my hand, my leg, my stomach, my pancreas, my kidney, my heart, all of them, they are self. They belong to myself. While the non-self, they don't belong to one's body, like my friend hand, my friend kidney, my friend leg, and others. So this is the difference between the self and the non-self. But the big question here, would the immune system attack the self or the non-self? Sure, the immune system will attack the non-self. Why? Because they don't belong to my body. So let's here develop the Freyr's model for the self and non-self. Freyer model for the self and the non-self. How can the immune system distinguish between the self and non-self? First, before we talk about this, how would the immune system distinguish between the self and the non-self? We have to talk about HLA. What is HLA? HLA is human leukocyte antigen. H for human, L for leukocyte, and antigen it's for A. So HLA, it's human leukocyte antigen. Where it's found? It's found on the surface of nucleated cells. What's the meaning of nucleated cells? The nucleated cells, they are the cells that have nucleus. So where is HLA found? Only of the cells that have a nucleus. The cells that do not have a nucleus, they don't have HLA. What is HLA? It's the biological identity marker that helps the immune system. It's the marker. For example, I'm a student of the International School of Innovation. So I have the logo of the ISI found here on my chest. This logo can tell all the countries and all the students that I'm a student of the ISI. So here HLA is like the ID, الهوية. It says that this tell the immune system that I am self. You don't have to kill me. And the self. So HLA is like the ID for the cells. It helps the immune system to distinguish between the self and non-self. All of the cells of the body, they have the same HLA. While the cells of different person, for example, me and Maya, we have different HLA. So they have different HLA. Each person has a specific HLA on the surface of nucleated cells. So HLA is found only in the nucleated. That's why we have this note. The red blood cells, RBCs, they don't have a nucleus. They are called anucleated. So they don't have HLA on their surfaces. So as I said, red blood cells, they don't have a nucleus. So they don't have HLA. That's why we can donate blood to each other. You are the same blood group. Next session, we're going to talk about blood groups. So red blood cells, they don't have a nucleus. They are called anucleated cells. They don't have nucleus. So they don't have HLA. Identical twins. They have identical HLA. For example, two persons that are identical twins. For example, two boys or two girls, they are identical. These identical twins, they have identical HLA. Let's move now to the phrase model about the self and non-self. Phrase model, here, the term, here we have the definition, example, and non-example. So the self, all that belongs to one's body. This is the simple definition. Now we have to add something. So if I ask about the self, you have to say all that belongs to one's body and has the same HLA. This is very important to mention. So the self belongs to the same body and they have the same HLA. Self, for example, my hand. Non-self, this is a non-example about the self. My friend's hand, it's not the self. It belongs to my friend, doesn't belong to myself. The first, all that belongs to my body is called self and should have the same HLA. For example, my hand is an example about the self. My friend's hand is an example about the non-self. Let's move for the non-self. Definition, all that doesn't belong to one's body and has different HLA. So non-self, all that belongs to different body. All that doesn't belong to one's body, all that doesn't belong to my body is called non-self. For example, my friend's hand, my friend's kidney, my friend's pancreas, all of them, they don't belong to my body. That's why we call them non-self. Let's now move to the graph. What is a graph? Graph is now, for example, sometimes they said زرعوا له kidney, زرعوا له pancreas, زرعوا له liver. زراعة الأعضاء is called grafting. So grafting is the transplant of a tissue or an organ from one side to another in the same body. For example, I burned my face. They want to have skin cells. From where did they get skin cells? Maybe they took skin cells from my thigh, from my leg, and then they transplanted onto my face. So this is from one side to another in the same body. Or from one body to another. For example, my mom needs a kidney. I want to donate for her. I want to donate a kidney for my mom. So this is called a transplant or a grafting. We have 4 types of graft, and you have to know this very well. Autograft. Autograft, I told the student that autograft is automatic. Is the graft, this is a Freyr's model, this is definition, example, and non-example. So example is the graft that is transferred from one side to another in the same body. So the graft is transferred from one side to another in the same body. For example, from my hand to my thigh. This is called autograft. Non-example, from my hand to my friend's hand. So autograft is the graft that is transferred from one side to another in the same body. يعني من قلب جسمي من مطرح لمطرح. This is autograft. iso. Iso, I. Identical, I. So isograph, identical twins. So isograph is the graph that transferred from one person to the identical twin of this person. For example, Samir's kidney transfer to his identical twin, the twin تبعوله, خيو twin, خيو توأم, twin of Samir. So this is called isograph. So I repeat, you can study them at this. Iso, I, identical twin. So this is the graph between two identical twins. Non-example, Samir kidney transfer to his sister twin. For example, we have students, for example, boy and girl, they are twins, sister or brother twins. These, they're not called identical twins, called sister twin or brother twin. So this is not called an isograph. Moving to allograph. Allograph is the graph that's done between two different persons, but they belong to the same species. For example, Maya wants to donate an organ to Rilla. Maya and Rilla, both of them, they belong to the same species, which is human. So it's called allograph. Or non-example, from a cat to a dog. So cat and a dog, they are different species. They belong to different species. Moving for the last type of graph, xenograph. Xenograph is a graph is done from one animal to another from different species. What's the meaning of this? Xenograph is a graph from a cat to a dog. Cat and dog, cat belong to the species of the cats. Dogs, they belong to the species of the dogs. So are different species. Or from Maya to Rilla, this is a non-example. From Maya to Rilla, they are same species. So it's allograph here. Okay? Notes what affect the fate of the graph. The graph is accepted or rejected depending on the degree of similarity between the donor and the recipient. So if they have high similarity in the HLA, the graph is accepted. If they have high differences in the HLA, so the graph is rejected. But the meaning of the donor is the one that donates, the one that gives. For example, I want to give a kidney to my student, let's say, Alma. So the donor, I'm the donor. I'm the one that donates, while the recipient is the one that receives or takes. Okay, so this is the difference between the donor and the recipient. So the donor is the one that donates, and the recipient is the one that receives or takes. Okay, hope this video helped you to understand well about the self and the non-self, about the HLA, about the different types of graphs, autograph, allograph, xenograph, and isograph. Okay, thank you. So here, I'm going to go back to your questions. Okay, I'm ready for your questions. Hi, Abbas. Hi, Celine. Hi, Galaxy Tab S4. So here we still have about, to finish this session, about 7 minutes exactly. So I'm going to start with your questions. So anyone who has a question, just raise your hand. Just raise your hand from the app. Okay, from the Zoom. Raise your hand. "46 slides. Okay, Ali Basma, yalla. We're going to talk about this. Ali Basma. Yes, Ali. You can speak, Ali.
أستاذ
Yes, Ali.
أستاذ أنا ما فهمت على الآخر سلايد.
آخر slide about the graph, keep accepted and rejected.
Yes.
Yes, the graph is accepted if you have similarity. يعني ال HLA هو similar between the donor and recipient. For example, أنا بدي أعطيك كدني. إذا عندنا ال HLA similar, the graph is accepted, بينجح. If they have differences in the HLA, the graph is rejected. يفشل ال HLA graph. Okay, this is the last slide.
Okay.
تمام. Okay, thank you. So we have Ismail raising his hand.
Yes.
Yes, Ismail, your question?
مثلا إذا بدي أعمل donate kidney مثلا لآدم
Yes.
ما we can or not
you can, your grade 7, the graft is rejected. Afterwards, you can know that it's going to be accepted. But this grade, it's allograft. Same species, but different individuals. Allograft, it's rejected. Okay?
Okay.
إلا إذا أخذنا أدوية وهيك ناخذهم إن
you.
شاء الله بالجريدز العاليين. Thank you, Ismail. Moving to Celine, raising her hand. Yes, Celine, your question is?
It was the same as Ismail, but about lungs.
Lungs. You can donate organs, but if you are different individuals and you are not identical twins, we have to take medicines.
Because of HLA?
Because we have different HLA. Exactly. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we have questions. Ali? Yes, Ali, you can speak. Yes.
ال HLA موجودة بس على النيوكليات.
Anyone is writing in the comments, you have to raise your hand and ask a question. Leah, raise your hand and ask a question. Yes, Ali, I'm hearing you.
أستاذ ال HLA بس موجودة على nucleated cells.
Yes, that's why red blood cells, they don't have a nucleus. كرمال هيك we can donate blood to different individuals. For example, تروح على المستشفى بيجيبوا لك blood من حدا ما بتعرفه. كيف جسمي بيتقبلهم because they don't have HLA. Okay? So
ما أنا
HLA
كمان بسألك
مش
كان
الحال.
بسألك امبارح سؤال على الواتساب عشان
Okay, you got it.
ريكورد الفيديو.
مش الحال. Okay, thank you, Ali. Let's have Abbas. Yes, Abbas, your question is?
If you donate to someone one of your organs,
Yes.
do you feel sick the first week because the immune system is fighting it off because it's a foreigner, or no?
Yes, that's why you have to take medicines and you have to take many drugs. That's why I have to postpone this for grade 11 and 12. We are going to talk about this later at grade 11 and 12. It's called immunosurfactant. Okay?
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Here we have Kareem. Which Kareem of this? I'm going to unmute Kareem. Hello, Kareem.
Hello.
Hello, Kareem.
Hello.
Kareem Zayed?
أستاذ ما عندي سؤال.
Do you have any question? Everything is good? It's clear?
سهلين.
Okay, very good. Very good. Thank you, Kareem. We have Galaxy tab S4. Yes, Galaxy.
Ustaz?
Yes. Leia?
Hi. Yes.
Yes, Leia. Your question is?
I didn't really understand slide 45.
Talking about the xenograft?
Yes.
Okay, xenograft is a graft that's done between two individuals of different species. For example, a cat and a dog. A cat belongs to the species of cats, and dog belongs to the species of dogs. These two individuals belong to different species. Whenever we do a graft, it's called a xenograft.
Thank you.
Between a cat and a horse and a monkey, a horse and a donkey, for example, it's called xenograft. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So let's have Maya, Adam, any questions? I'm ready for this. Vanessa, Tia, Rida Swiss, I'm ready. If you have any question, you can raise your hand. So raising your hand, you can ask a question. Abbas, we still have about 3 minutes. So please, if you quickly ask your question.
I didn't have a question.
Okay, you can lower your hand. You're raising your hand.
Okay.
That's why I picked you up. Lower your hand.
I did by accident.
I will lower your hand. Thank you. So, as I said, on Friday, we're going to have a quiz in this session about the self and non-self. So, study this session, prepare yourself for this session. It's going to be 10 questions like the last time. So, prepare yourself for this session and study well for this session only about the self and the non-self. So, the quiz is going to be only about the self and non-self. So, iPad 5, who's iPad 5?
أنا أستاذ زهراء.
Zahra, yes, Zahra. You can rename yourself as Zahra.
أستاذ سوري أنا أستاذ أنا فتت مؤخرة سوري مشان بابا كان عم بيركب إنترنت جديد بس هذا الفيديو بينحط على الأب إجا أحضره.
Yes, yes, I will upload it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So we're going to finish this and we are going to finalize this session. So study well for the next time and prepare yourself for our quiz. Okay, guys? Thank you for joining this session and hope to see you soon as possible. Bye-bye.